Hi everyone, how's it going? I have talked about some thriller books that I've read in the beginning of the year, but these are books I haven't read, so I'm giving you today thrillers that I would like to read on my TBR. So obviously there are a ton of books on my TBR, not just thrillers, so without any further ado, let's get started. So I haven't done a TBR video in a while, aside from the Asian Readathon, which is currently happening right now. It's never too late to participate, and if you guys want to find out more about that, I'll leave a link on the screen so you guys can go and watch that video. Before we get started though, I would also like to mention that this video is also being sponsored by Disney Book Group in honor of the recent release of The Lovely and the Lost by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Let me talk about this book for a hot sec, because Jennifer Lynn Barnes is honestly my go-to YA thriller author. This book is about a girl named Kira who is found in the woods by another family as a young child. She doesn't remember how she got there or how she survived on her own for so long, but she grows up within this family, and this family operates a search and rescue team of dogs, which is, I've never heard of this before, which is like a totally... Speaking of dogs, Kira's dad actually finds her and tracks her down and asks her and the family to find another person, a missing child, in like this national park. So Kira, her family, and their team of rescue dogs go out and try to find this missing child, while at the same time she is remembering certain things when she was a child, and that there is more to the picture than just the missing child. Yeah, so this book is out already. It came out on May 7th. I will leave a link down below if you guys are interested in picking it up. And thank you again to Disney Book Group for sending a copy my way. Speaking of Jennifer Lynn Barnes, she's written this awesome like political thriller mystery like duology. I'm really sad it's a duology because it ended within 2 books, but they are The Fixer and The Long Game. They're both fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed them. I think they were like my first taste of like a political thriller. Highly recommend if that's something you're looking for. Something about her books though are highly addictive. I think you would need either the whole series, a whole set of books that, if they're in a series, to just binge it, because that's what you'll end up doing. And I had to wait a year for these two. It was agonizing. The next set is a series, and there are 4 books. It's the Natural series. It's basically about a group of kids who are recruited by the CIA because they have like these certain like knack and abilities to catch serial killers. These are, for me, like the backbone of the thriller books I've read so far, because this is what I started out with. Highly addictive, a little far-fetched, but you know what? Going into these books with a fun time. That's what it is. If you're looking for something really fun, addicting, and fresh, go ahead and pick these babies up, because they're fantastic. As you guys couldn't tell, I got a perm. Not really sure how I feel about it yet. I think I kind of like it. I'm just waiting for it to grow out a little bit, and I kind of want bigger curls, but you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do, and I think it's okay for now, but yeah, in case you guys didn't notice, doesn't really matter. I recently purchased a plethora of books. Plethora. That is such a weird, fun word to say. Plethora. Anyway. So I just realized I placed one of the books right here behind me that you obviously could see already. So, in no particular order, Harlan Coben's Run Away. It's kind of funny to me sometimes where the author's name is literally the same height as the title, and when the title is underneath the author's name. So if I've never heard of Harlan Coben before, I would have thought this was the title. Anyways, back on track. The cover itself is really cool, and I've never read any of Harlan Coben's books before, even though I own a couple of them, but this cover really intrigued me, and honestly, this was like a cover buy, and from the reviews I read in Goodreads, I was sold completely. Basically about a mother whose daughter just ran away from home, and she finds her daughter in like a park, but like looking and acting different from the daughter that she has known, and the daughter runs away and the mother follows her. Obviously chaos ensues. I've heard that this book is one of the most far-fetched like action explosive thrillers you'll ever read. So it's like an action-packed thriller in a way, which is really interesting because I don't think I've read an action-packed thriller before. What I'm expecting from here are explosives, like car chases, gunfights, that kind of stuff. So really excited to see where this one goes. I've heard nothing but amazing things, so that hype is up there. That hype is real, ladies and gentlemen. We shall see. So the next thriller on my TBR is The Next to Die by Sophie Hannah. This one has a really intriguing premise as well. It's about a serial killer who murders people in pairs, and he leaves a white booklet with nothing but two sentences, something about them of why he killed them, I believe. Police are dumbfounded. They don't know who the serial killer is or why, or they just have trouble finding him, okay? As police do in usual thrillers. This lady pops up and she's like, yo guys, I got a booklet and I'm not dead yet. I don't know why. She's a stand-up comedian, which is a really interesting aspect in here. I haven't read a lot of stand-up comedians in books before, so that's really cool. She is worried because this man, I guess from her audience, gave it to her, and is this man the serial killer? Was he like next on the victims list? Like, she doesn't know what's happening. Who is next to die, according to the cover of this book? Very interesting. Sounds good. I don't know. We'll see. So the next thriller is My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing. Cover, again, very sleek, minimalistic. I dig it. So this one is interesting because it's about a married couple. The only way, according to them, in quotes, to keep their marriage alive is to kill and murder. Basically, they're serial killers. Like, I think Dexter meets Mr. and Mrs. Smith, according to the blurb. Then you have this white suburban couple who murders people for fun to keep their marriage alive. Very normal, what can I say? That's pretty much it. Don't really know too much other than that. So last and not least, we have this delicious little thriller that I'm very excited to read, and this is Little Darklings by Melanie Golding. So this thriller, I heard, takes like a twist on like the old folklore tales of like grim fairy tales, basically about someone stealing your babies and switching them so that they could take the newborn and give you like a duplicate, like evil copy of the other. Like, that didn't even make any sense. Basically, the book is about a mother who gives birth to twins, and one night she sees some other woman trying to replace her babies with her own creatures. People are dismissing, of course, the wife in here, the mother, and of course she's like, maybe I was paranoid, maybe delusional, but then one day she takes the kids to the park and they go missing. But then they come back, but then she realizes and knows that these are not her children. This is really interesting. I guess it's almost like a supernatural psychological horror thriller book, which is really cool because it has like little aspects of different genres sprinkled in here and there. So yeah, this sounds really interesting and I'm very excited to read it. That is pretty much it. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys plan on picking any of these up or have heard of any of them or have read and actually like them. Again, The Lovely and the Lost has already been released, and I will leave a link down below if you guys are interested in picking it up. Thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you guys all soon with a new video.